up, y'all? It's Coach Jordan. One of my favorite things to see is actually, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen them, but it's the crosses with all the florals on it. I absolutely love that. We're going to use one of these moss crosses. You guys, these do come in two pieces. The skew on this one, there's, I think, 2 or 3 different sizes. This one is KG3211. We love these. We always have them at Deco. And normally when we have them, you guys, they sell out super quick. And all I want to do, you guys, is I'm just going to wrap some wire around this to kind of just tie that all together. I am using some really thin wire, so got that going on. And because my wire is pretty thin, you guys, like, look how thin that wire is. I don't like to glue this part. I do like to make sure that I wire it. So just wired it together. I don't add any foam. I don't add anything to it because I'm going to glue directly into my base. So I chose a plethora of greenery, you guys. I chose some eucalyptus. I chose some fern. I chose some clematis leaves. So I got the cross from Deco Exchange. I don't know if we have any available. I do know it's the spring season and normally we get them in around that time. So we're going to start off with our fern leaf. And I am just gluing this in. Now I don't want to lose the shape of this, so just keeping that very mindful where I'm placing some of these things. I don't want to lose the shape of the cross. So y'all, once a month, the creative coaches, myself, Tammy, and Mel, we come in here and we give y'all a tutorial, just kind of hanging out with you guys. Of course, y'all can always hang out with us in the creative coaching group as well. I know a lot of y'all do already hang out with us, but we'd love to have new people, new faces. We always love to see new faces in the creative coaching group. So y'all, you can go to creativecoachjordan.com to join us. I don't put any foam, but I'm also trying to make sure that I don't lose the shape of this. Okay. Oh, I'm loving how this looks, you guys. Look how pretty that is. Just with that fern. So just coming on in and we're gluing in our fern. And that's what I love about these moss bases, you guys. Like, there's not a lot to them, and I love that I can just glue stuff directly into the moss base. But that's what we have so far. Okay, so we've got the fern kind of going through. Next, I'm gonna bring in my clematis leaves, and I absolutely loved these. These did come from Michael's. I'm already loving how this looks, you guys. Loving how this looks. And I chose a color scheme. You can do a lot of different colors if you wanted to, but I opted for just the greens and the creams. I think it's just a classic timeless color combination. And like I said, I'm just gluing these into my moss base. So we've got some coming down, and then we're going to put some coming to the top and then to the left and the right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put 2 up here, and then we're going to put 2 to the left and 2 to the right. So now, so you can still see we've got some of the base. You can still see some of the base, and that's okay. I'm 100% fine with that. But overall, we've got a lot of the greenery already in there. We still haven't, and we haven't lost that shape. Next, I'm going to bring in this boxwood. I absolutely love this boxwood. This is one of my favorite stems, you guys. So adding in that boxwood, love it. We're going to add some up here, onto the right and to the left of the cross. So there we go. So far we've added in some fern, we've added in the clematis leaves, and we've also added in the this boxwood. Next, I'm going to bring in something that's a little bit bushier. What I'm going to do is these are a pusher. Okay, so I'm going to push these up nice and tight. Okay, so you see how it went from this to this. And I'm going to trim those up. And do the same thing to this one. Perfect for Easter, sympathy, baptism, communions, weddings as well, you guys. So I did cut up 2 of them, you guys. Each bush gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 on each, so I've got 18 pieces. And we're just gluing these in, you guys. We are just gluing these in. That's all I'm doing, is gluing them in. Strictly into my moss base. And notice I didn't choose like one exact same style of greenery. I chose a lot of different styles of greenery because that's what I loved. I love to use a lot of different textures in my stuff, you guys. So that's what I'm using. But notice, so I did 1, 2, 3, 1, and we're gonna keep going that same pattern. If I need to get another one of these, I will, because I have 48 of them. Yeah, I love this for Easter. That's exactly what I was thinking, Carrie. I was like, this is so perfect for Easter. And that's why I chose such a nice neutral color palette. Okay, so now we've got it filled out really, really nicely. That I love all this, you guys. So next, what I want to do is I'm going to bring in something else that's a little bit wispier, but it's not super dramatic, you guys. This one is a pusher as well, and this one did come from the at-home store. Love this bush, and I am going to push these up as well. And I'm sure y'all are thinking, Jordan, why do you have that big empty spot? Because that's where a bow's going to go. So I love the wispiness of this. Y'all, crazy simple. It's not something that's over complicated. You're just gluing greenery and florals into this design. That's all you're doing, you guys. Oh gosh, y'all, this is so pretty. So I want to get me another one. Trim this one up as well. Look how pretty that looks, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous already. And now we're going to make our bow. And I did choose to use a 1-inch ribbon. And I'll make my tail. And I usually go with 9-inch or 10-inch loops first. So now opt for the 10-inch. Pinch and twist. 10-inch. Pinch and twist. For 11-inch. Bring in my snazzy zip tie. So nothing really wild and crazy about this bow, you guys. It's just a really simple 6-loop bow with 2 tails. Because that's what I want right there in the middle, you guys. That's all I want. And these 2 tails kind of hang down on it. Get my wire. The thinnest wire in America. For wire, does that mean like the higher the gauge, the thinner the wire is? Or how does that work? I can't remember. Or is it the opposite? Just putting that right in the middle. Just wrapping that around, guys. guys. The higher the number, the thinner the gauge. So obviously this has to be like, I feel like this is like 26 or 20 something gauge wire. Because it is thin, y'all. She is thin. I wish I was that thin. So you'll see, love how that's kind of cascading down. I'm just going to let that happen, you guys. Sometimes the ribbon will do what it wants to do, and I'm not mad at it. I won't be mad at it. Now, with that being said, I need to fill in some of this little spot right here. So I do have some pieces of the fern left. Just gluing these in. So it's not like human weight. The higher number, the thinner the person, you know? So I got these two pieces. So pretty. I love how this looks. Now, this is where you have the option to completely stop right here, you guys, if you wanted to. But in typical Coach Jordan form, we're not. We're going to really classy it up a little bit more. And I'm going to bring in some of these hydrangeas. Love this stem. This one did come from Hobby Lobby, you guys. And then I'm going to bring in some ranunculus. I only have a little bit of these left. And I've got a few of these ranunculus. We're just going to trim those up. This is from a bush that I had left over, you guys. So this is also a good way to kind of use some of your leftover product that you might have. 7 hydrangeas. This one's going to have to go in the middle because I kind of like that right in the middle. So kind of dry running it, you guys, because I want to make sure that I have enough. I do want to make sure that I have enough in here. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I do love how that looks. So normally you can always dry run it, you guys, and see where you're going to glue stuff or wire stuff. Definitely recommend the glue because it's going to be a little bit easier. You're not going to have to fight the wire. So yeah, all I've done is literally just glued everything into this base. That's it. We've just glued everything in. You can still see some of the moss base on the side, and I'm completely okay with that, you guys. So absolutely gorgeous. I gotta move some of that greenery because it kind of lost its shape right there. But now I think it just me moving it around made the shape come back to life. Okay,